Hello and welcome first grade parents to the 2018-2019 school year here at Chipeta Elementary. Please, when you arrive at open house, feel free to walk around and explore the room while waiting. A little bit about me. I grew up on the East Coast in West Virginia, but moved to Colorado 2 years ago for a new experience. I love hiking and explore the state with any free time that I have. I'm not married, but I do spend a lot of my free time with my boyfriend, Michael. I'm a very family-oriented person, and I love having the role as best aunt ever for my 8 nieces and nephews. Last year, I taught kindergarten in Douglas County School District, but I am so excited to see what I and my students learn this year in first grade at Chipeta. I've been working in schools all my life, starting as a teacher's assistant in an after-school program when I was in middle school. Teaching has always been a really big passion of mine. The top picture is part of my family at Disney last year, and the bottom is my boyfriend and I at Maroon Bells. Great ways to communicate and contact me are through my D11 email, emily.lehew@d11.org, and through my cell phone. I answer to text messages and calls. I always tend to have my phone with me or near me, so that's a great way to communicate with me. I do have a classroom phone. I haven't used it. I'm learning how to use it, so you can try that out, and I'll try to figure that out for you guys. You can also contact the front office if you need me, or keep up to date with things through our weekly newsletter. As a teacher, I promise to promote a safe and collaborative learning environment, radiate kindness, support students, teach students to be respectful, responsible, and collaborative leaders, and help students just become lovers of learning. Expectations and behavior management in our classroom look a little bit like this. For whole group instruction, I say class, class, and the students answer yes, yes. And after that, they know I need 3 expectations, which are eyes and ears on the speaker, bubbles in mouth, and crisscross applesauce with hands in lap. If they're at their desk, they know just to put their hands in their lap so that they're not moving around so that they can focus on what I'm saying. We also use the volume scale in our classroom, so I move the clip up and down the chart based on what we need our voice level to be at. So for example, we use blue whisper voices when I'm working with small guided reading or guided math groups. We also in our classroom use Kagan structures. So these are things like think, pair, share. So I pose the question, the student thinks about the answer, they pair with someone beside them, and then share their answer to the person beside them. Or another example is heads together. So at their table group, I'll pose the question, they all put their heads together, they come up with one solid answer, and then someone reports it. That way, if they're not sure of the answer themselves, they can lean on a buddy and collaborate to come up with the best answer. For whole group behavior, we are working on earning 150 classroom marbles. So once we earn the 150 marbles, the students get a reward as a class. Right now we're working on a movie day. So other rewards might be things like extra recess time, pajama day, board game day, things like that. Great ways to earn these marbles are by following directions the first time given, getting compliments by other teachers in the hallway for doing what we should be doing in the hallway, for reading quietly during read and relax time, or just by working hard in general. So the students actually get to physically take a marble and put it in the jar. Each of them do when something is super awesome. So it kind of makes the reward feel better for them because they are physically doing it where I do not. They also work together as a class to come up with a reward. When the 150 marbles are in the jar, I don't pick the reward because I think that it's better for them to work towards something that they really, really want. Individually, though, in our classroom, students can earn HOW slips or habit of work slips. So it's very similar to character education slips last year, but this year we're calling it HOW. So in our classroom, when students earn 10 HOW slips, they get to eat in the classroom with me and a friend of their choice. Curriculum in our classroom, we have 5 main subjects that we focus on: writing, literacy, math, science, and social studies. In our writer's workshop, we will have many lessons each day to focus on specific skills such as using finger spaces, transitional words, first, next, last, punctuation, and use of descriptive words. We will use Lucy Calkins' Step Up to Writing principles to work on creating writing from various genres such as narrative, opinion, and informational. For literacy, I believe in providing a variety of reading experiences. This means lots of reading all day long, phonics instruction to help with reading and spelling, and a good deal of writing. Our whole group reading curriculum is Wonders. It does a pretty good job about teaching to the middle of the class, but I will further differentiate my instruction during small group reading to make sure that every child is learning at the level that they need. Students will have individual reading time, partner reading time, where they're taking turns listening to someone read and then reading to someone, small group targeted instruction with me, and teacher read aloud. For literacy station rotations, we do reading station rotations where the children have choice in some of their activities. These stations include word work, writing, reading, technology, and then a bonus targeted small group instruction with me. So at these stations, there are multiple choices that they can do. So for word work, when they arrive at the station, it's just not one activity that they have to do. They can choose from 3 or 4 so that they can choose what is more comfortable to them. Accelerated Reader, or AR, we will start that whenever your child is ready. AR involves reading a book and then taking online comprehension quizzes to earn points. Our math curriculum is Math Expressions. It is Common Core based. ST Math is a computer program where math information is taught through computer games and without words. Your child can play these games at home. We do have our set class Thursday lab time where we all go and we work on ST Math. And then, of course, it's a math station rotation as well. So they get a little bit of ST Math every day and then a lot on Thursdays. We also have hands-on math games that target specific skills learned in current or past lessons. In science, we have 3 main units: pebbles, sand, and silt, which is what we are currently working on, solids and liquids, and organisms. Our science program is really hands-on, which is pretty awesome, and it includes keeping a notebook of the observations that students make throughout the experiments. Social studies, every child every week will present their Look, Listen, and Learn presentation. This helps with public speaking and talking about their lives. We will also learn about American symbols, American holidays, mapping, and basic economic concepts. One thing that I didn't include on this slide but will say is that we do focus on our HOW, or habit of work education. So as a class, we focus on 1 per week, and we do read alouds and activities that focus on that specific one. But we also have Mr. Zell, our school counselor, who will come in once a month and give a 20 to 25-minute lesson pertaining to our habits of work, which are respect, responsibility, leadership and collaboration, integrity, and persistence. Here is just a quick slide about our daily schedule. These were passed out to you during Meet the Teacher night, but you can always take a picture of this slide too. The only things that we haven't introduced yet are Walk to Read and Walk to Math. We are waiting until assessments and testing are completed so we can form those best small groups to meet their needs. As for homework, please make sure that you are checking your child's agenda every night and initialing when the tasks are completed. The weekly spelling list should be in the agenda starting every Monday. It'll be written on the right side in the Words of the Week column. I have decided personally not to give students spelling tests. I believe at this age it is more important to teach students to spell through the sounds that they hear in words versus spelling for perfection. I know as a teacher, whenever I go around during writing and a student needs help spelling a word, I tend to go, okay, the word you want cat, let's sound it out together. K, a, t. I like to do that so they can hear the sounds versus me actually spelling the word for them, C-A-T. So I think the idea of spelling word practice each night is just to help them become better writers and to help them recognize the words while they're reading. Agenda should be coming home every night and then back to school every day. Students also bring home their blue Chipita folder each night, and this is where they keep their homework math sheets or any completed papers that might need to stay at home. I will be sharing testing information with you during parent-teacher conferences. DIBELS Next is administered in the fall, winter, and spring. It measures knowledge of speech sounds, letter sounds, the ability to read nonsense words, reading fluency in grade level passages, and comprehension. Galileo, the math portion reflects knowledge of math facts, and the reading measures reading ability and comprehension knowledge. In first grade, the test is read to the test taker and is administered in the fall and the spring. We also have math expressions unit tests. So at the end of Unit 1, we'll have a test to see if everything that we learned kind of stuck with the kiddos. And then we have formative tests. So this can be as simple as a thumb up, thumb down response from your student. They can also be written, a written response to discussion, reading, or video. At some time, I will collect assignments to evaluate and see how your child is doing. In other instances, I'll listen to the answer to a question I've posed. I use a variety of assessments throughout the school day just to make sure that your kiddo is on track. One thing that is on this slide, but I didn't mention, I kind of skipped over, are quarterly assessments through writing and math. So we just had our first one, and our writing assessment was on what did you do on the first day of school. So that helps me see if I need to work on punctuation with that kiddo or using finger spaces or things like that. And then math quarterly assessments are 3-minute timed addition and subtraction facts. So yeah, we just kind of look at that each quarter and see how the students are progressing. Miscellaneous things, snack and water bottle. Please be sure that you're sending your kiddo to school each day with a healthy, easy to eat snack and a sport top water bottle. Please know that we do have a water fountain inside of our classroom and right in the hallway outside of our classroom, so they always have access to water. We will celebrate birthdays as a class with a birthday bag and a birthday pencil for me. So the students get to take home the birthday bag, which includes Party Pig. They get to rename him for the evening and decorate a birthday page with how they celebrated their special day. Then the next day, they get to share their birthday page with the class. So this kind of, the kiddos who don't get to come to the celebration still kind of feel included. And it makes the birthday kiddo feel really special to get to share about their day. If you wish to do more, such as bring in treats or anything else, please make sure to tell me at least a week in advance. That way we can prepare our schedule to accommodate that. If your child has any food allergies or specific diet, please make sure to send them a safe treat to enjoy on friends' birthdays. Technology at home. We will be using several online sites where your child can practice literacy and math skills. You can access these sites by going to Chipeta's homepage, scrolling over to the Academics tab, and then clicking on first grade links. Your kiddos are pretty good about finding that, so they should be good to go there. Field trips. We will be taking several field trips during the school year. We will be asking for adult chaperones to accompany us on these educational experiences. I will send out information on field trips in the newsletters as they start to approach. It is school policy that young children cannot be brought along with chaperoning parents. Please consider joining the PTA. They do a lot of great things for our school, and it's just a really great way to meet other parents. And Scholastic Books, you will receive a paper flyer and online ordering information for Scholastic Books every month. This is an excellent way to acquire books for your child to read at a relatively low cost. It also helps our class earn rewards to use. Just be sure that you use our class code, which will be written on the flyer every time it comes home. Volunteers. So I do have one room parent. I am looking for another. Pretty much what the room parents do are they organize holiday events and celebrations, and they also help with small organizational things such as the Scholastic book flyers. Also recently I sent out a Sign Up Genius to help out during literacy station rotations and math station rotations. Yeah, so just look forward to that, and if you'd like to sign up, that would be so great. We definitely appreciate your help in our classroom. And then again, like I just mentioned on the last slide, field trips, I'll be mentioning these in weekly newsletters, and if you're interested in helping out for that specific field trip, you'll just email me back and tell me that you're interested. All right, so I hope that I answered everything. I tried to keep it brief, but it looks like it's like a 15-minute video, so I'm sorry about that. Just read over it, listen to it, and if you have any questions, come to open house prepared with those questions, and I'll answer them the best that I can. Our open house is this Thursday, August 30th from 6 to 8 p.m., and we can't wait to see you.